and tell something about everything.
All right, so I'm not too good about speaking in front of people, kind of get a little nervous. Take a little bit of Red Bull here, hopefully I'll get it right. All right, so January 9, 2014 it was, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I came to see Dr. Jammu because I decided to make a decision for myself, a decision to live, not just for myself, but for my kids. I want to see my kids someday graduate, I want to see them get married, I want to see their grandkids. I sure as heck ain't gonna do that overweight. I'm 38 years old. I'm here today because of Dr. Jammu. Right? You have a choice in your life, and you can either choose to make that decision based on the reason for others or the reason for yourself. Right? I cannot explain to you how much of a difference losing all that weight made. Right? You just, if I could cry, I would. Oh man, I don't cry. Take a breath. I'm a man, I'm a father. And it kind of sucked that I couldn't carry my own little girls up to bed because I would be out of breath. I'd be ready to have a heart attack, right? I remember going upstairs to the second floor, and when I get to the second floor, I'm seeing little stars, flashes in my vision because my body is depriving itself of oxygen, right? That's what, your body, your knees, everything. Like 2 weeks after the surgery, I stopped snoring. I had the best sleep I'd ever had in 10 years.
How about your partner?
My partner, my wife, what would you like to know about her? Did she sleep fine? She was happy I wasn't snoring. She said she had the best sleep.
More than you, maybe.
It's 2 weeks of your life, from doorstep to doorstep, right? From the time you leave your doorstep to the time you get back. You give up 2 weeks of your life to gain, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years more in your life. How is that not worth it? How is it not worth it to be around? To, even as a provider, we want to take care of the people we love, the people that are children, right? I want to be there to help my kids, to teach my kids. I can't do that if I'm dead by 50 because I didn't care about my health. Right? That's really what it comes down to. Do you want to live? That's what I'd like to know. If you want to live, this is a no-brainer. Like, this really is a no-brainer. I can't really go on, I can go on and on and on and sit here and tell you how it's a choice that you have to make for yourself. If you can't make it for anybody else, just make that decision for yourself. Right? I tried to get my brother here. My brother is 400 pounds.
Wow.
I offered to pay for his surgery. He still didn't come down. There's some people who are just stuck in a rut, right? And for me, it was almost like a light bulb went on in my head. It was like all of a sudden, the fear of God came into the fact that I am dying. When you are overweight, you are dying. It is that simple. Your body is like a compressor, whether it's your organs or your heart. It only has so many compressions in it. When your body and your heart has to work that much harder to compress all those fluids through those blood lines, blood vessels and all that, it's working that much harder. The less hard that your heart has to work, the longer it's going to last. Right? There's so many, I was starting to have problems, with sugar. Right? I was starting to get pre-diabetic symptoms. The bottoms of my feet were starting to hurt. I noticed all these symptoms that I didn't have, and it was all starting to add up at 35 years of age. Right? People said to me, oh, well, you're going to have, loose body skin, this and that. And I said, yeah, but you know what? I'll be alive. I'll be alive. That's what matters. I don't care how I look. I'm not doing this because I want to look good. I'm doing this because I want to be around for my kids. That's what I did. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I look great now.
You do.
I feel good. It's like a saying. There was this commercial I seen one time, and it was from Moore's Clothing. And the president of Moore's Clothing, he said that 50% of feeling good is looking good. Well, I'll be honest, I feel good because I know that I look good. right? Don't get me wrong, I was still cocky before. You know, now I have a reason to be cocky. You know, it's pride, your confidence, your self-esteem, you feel better about yourself. People, it was even yesterday, I was at work and I had someone come up to me, hadn't seen me in probably 4 years. And I walked up to him, I was like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, who are you? You know, I said, it's Kurt the limo driver. And he's like, what? He's like, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe the complete difference. He's like, you don't even look like the same person at all.
So how much did you lose? Like, how much was you before surgery?
I was 300 pounds at the time of surgery. I got down to 175. I'm back up to 185. Just floating. Right? There's some things your body, after you do the surgery, I'm going to tell you, your body is going to tell you, when you try to eat some things that are just flat out not good for you, your body is going to tell you to take a hike. It won't let you eat that stuff. Like, I'm serious. You're not going to be able to eat it. 3 years later, I want to go and eat French fries from McDonald's. I can eat a little bit, but then my stomach says take a hike. And that's a good thing. But that's what's bad for you anyways. You know, like sodium. You know, I used to eat so much sodium, so much, you know, bad food that's bad for you. And now, because I'm not, you know, your body just doesn't like that stuff. There's so much it changes for the good.
So in how many months you lost the weight?
And I cannot say this is going to happen for anybody else.
Yeah,
You know,
everybody's different.
everybody is different,
Yeah.
right? I lost about 90 pounds in 9 months.
9 months. Did you do
I-
any extra exercise or anything?
No, that's the awesome part, guys. I didn't do any exercise.
Nice.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a workaholic. Work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week,
Oh, that's enough.
right? That's kind of some exercise in itself. You know, but my job is not an athletic job. It's not a physically exerting job. I drive for a living. If you drive for a living at all, that's the number one way that people gain weight is when you drive for a living. Because you just pack on the weight. You're on the road. You can't eat healthy.
Just sit there.
You just sit. Especially if you're sitting in an office. You just sit. All I did was sit and I still lost weight. I'm serious. I didn't do any exercise. I still lost the weight. I don't know. You come talk to me later if you have any questions.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So जितना सोच रहे हो अपने लोगों के अलावा थोड़े Canadian region में लोग भी आके सर्टिफिकेट there's something in that.
I was fine.
Otherwise, he had access to everything, USA जा सकते थे, but he chose us because of his reasons. Then comes, मैं अपना बड़ा भाई ना this is a surgery, we are very good, very good. What is the proof? No doubt people like him are very testimonials, they are proof. But again, for your satisfaction, सारे गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल से 2 accreditations है ये, जो मानता प्राप्त करने से. This one. So this is NABH, this is National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers. This is the highest